Friends, I'm across the street. I just ate over here at the KFC by Graceland. That's the guest house at Graceland right there. And we're gonna head down here and we're gonna go to Graceland Elementary where a football game happened. I happened to interview a gentleman that was there that played in the game. And so I'm gonna go around here to Graceland Elementary School and let's take a look-see and see what we can find. So I'll show you where it's at as opposed to Graceland. There's Graceland right there. We're passing it. We're going to turn to the left. It's trying to turn me left where there is no street. So I'm going to turn left on this street. Evidently there used to be a through street right there. But if you go past Graceland, not on Dolan, which is right beside Graceland, down to the next street to the left, which is Timothy. You can see that right there. It appears to be down here on the left. I'm going to turn my microphone around because I keep hitting stuff with it, and I'm sure y'all love that sound. So there's Timothy. So we're going to go left right here on Timothy. Down to Graceland Elementary School, where Elvis would sometimes go and play football. Little pickup game. And there's also talk yesterday that Elvis and the guys would go down to the high school and turn the lights on. And I think it's called Whitehaven High, I believe, not Graceland. Yeah, there used to be a through road right there, and you can see it's not there. The GPS thought it still was. But we're going to go down here to Graceland Elementary and look around at the football field, friends. Just trying to sprinkle ever so slightly. And that says Graceland Drive right there. So I'm crossing Graceland Drive on Timothy, and according to the GPS, it is on my left right here. So the answer is, it is no longer, friends. So wow, who knew? So I found a couple of pictures. This first picture is of Graceland Elementary. As you can see, the sign that would be out front. Not much of a picture, but it's as much as I could come up with. The next one is the same thing, not much of a picture, but that's the football field. So there it is. So this is where that game happened at. And I believe that there are some homes in the pictures. So I'm going to see if I can figure out any of the pictures and give us an idea of where stuff was at. You can see that there's a fenced off area right there that looks like that's a baseball field. So somewhere up in here. So let's jump up in here in the Gray Ghost and take a look, see what we can find. So friends, as I mentioned, Graceland Elementary School is no longer, as you can see. Just a little bit of pavement left and a baseball field out there. But I found a little something for you. So evidently this was the baseball field that they played on right here. Or what am I saying, football field. Evidently this was the football field that they played on right here. And you see that house right there across the way. And if you take a good look at the house, you'll notice that it has that little circular part there above the window. The door right there. It's got 3 windows to the left, a double and a single to the left of the door, 2 singles to the right. We'll back out just a little bit. So if you look at that house right there, and then you look at this picture right here, voila, friends, that is the house right there. So Elvis, in fact, did play football right here. And that house is in the background of this picture. And so I'm gonna put the real picture up because this has got to be better than this. It's kind of overcast right now, but you can see the house right there. You can see the telltale half circle, the 2 windows there, the double windows to the left of the door. So I'll put a better picture up, but this right here is where it happened at, friends. Right, there's the house. So Elvis was passing, going that way. So they were playing right in here. And I'm gonna see if I can find any other things out here. Big old grasshopper decided to jump on the gray ghost because he hadn't seen much live things around over in this area. So I'm glad you came to be in the video, Mr. Grasshopper. He just jumped on me and then jumped over there. And I'm not scared of him, but I must admit it freaks me out a little bit when he jumps on my arm, just a little jump inside. So stay tuned, friends. I'm gonna see if I can find any more matchups. So I couldn't really find any other pictures. I've got this picture here, and you can see that that's a carport on the right there, and you can see the edge of the trim of the carport. But if you go right there, you'll see that it's on the edge of that carport. Naturally, somebody's gonna be right in front of my shot. But you also notice that there's a house right there. So this shows a house in the back, maybe on the other street behind it. So I'm wondering if it's that house right there and it's all grown up and we can't see through. But I don't know why they would be shooting at this angle, but maybe the photographer moved around. So I'm gonna go over there and investigate. And this may not be here, friends. This may be over at Whitehaven High School. I'm gonna ride over there and take a look as well. Stay tuned. So I'm looking on that garage, and that doesn't have that ornamental piece, so I don't think that happened here. So coming back from Graceland Elementary back down to Elvis Presley Boulevard, this little road that I mentioned earlier off to the right is called, what's it saying, Craft? It's a little cut through. No longer exists, but if you look, you will see that it in fact was here, and I bet you that anytime Elvis would come down to the elementary school, he would use this little cut through that is no longer here. They've cut it off. And I believe it is Craft Road, which is just a little shortcut through. You can see it right there. These photos were a result of Modern Screen magazine being there doing a photo shoot. This was right after Elvis had just gotten back from the Army. This would have been in 1960. So there you go, friends. Elvis playing football at Graceland Elementary on a Sunday afternoon. Friends, I just wanted to share with you that a lot of you probably didn't know that Elvis Presley Enterprises had a football team. You can see Elvis is the second from the left at the top. Middle row, Red West, second from the right. And all those guys were on his football team. And this guy, William Bardall McDaniel, he's the guy holding the cup on the right. Spent a lot of time with Elvis, not just playing football, but a lot of different stuff. And he's actually the president of Elvis Worldwide Fan Club. And I think maybe this address is not correct. On the back, there's a different address. That's what it says on the back. But I'm going to do, this is the short version on my main channel, the Spa Guy channel. I'm going to do a long version where I actually interview Bardall on my weekly Spa Guy channel. So flip over there and watch the rest of this. And he was around a long time. He played football there with Red. This is him and Red. So he is not a MBE, friends. He is the real deal. These photos were a result of Modern Screen magazine being there doing a photo shoot. This was right after Elvis had just gotten back from the Army. This would have been in 1960. So there you go, friends. Elvis playing football at Graceland Elementary on a Sunday afternoon. He has a book out called Elvis, The Lighter Side by William McDaniel. Bardall is what they called him. So you can use the phone number there and call and order that way. And I think he's even got it on Amazon by now. So take a look, friends, and give it a read. It's got a lot of interesting stories in it, and I'll be covering some of the stories, of course. But when you hear him tell them, they're amazing. Stay tuned, friends. And don't forget to see the longer version. Flip over to the Weekly Spa Guy. You can hear old Bardahl tell the story about how he met Elvis the first time at the Rainbow roller skating ring. That's right. He met him right there at Rainbow.